Across the vast expanse of our planet, oceans hold dominion over nearly 3/4 of the Earth's surface. These seemingly boundless waters, however, are punctuated by narrow passages of strategic significance known as straits. These maritime bottlenecks, often framed by dramatic landscapes, serve as vital arteries for global trade and naval power. But their constrained nature also gives rise to a unique set of challenges, turning these crucial waterways into potential flashpoints. Join me as we navigate these treacherous waters, exploring the delicate balance between their strategic importance and the inherent risks they pose. Our journey begins in Southeast Asia, home to the Strait of Malacca, a maritime superhighway that links the Indian and Pacific Oceans. This 500-mile-long channel, flanked by the bustling shores of Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore, witnesses the passage of over 90,000 vessels annually. Giant container ships, laden with goods destined for every corner of the globe, share these crowded waters with oil tankers carrying vital energy supplies. But the Strait of Malacca, for all its economic importance, harbors a darker side. The narrow confines of the strait, coupled with its dense maritime traffic, create the perfect conditions for piracy to thrive. Small, fast boats, often manned by heavily armed individuals, prey on unsuspecting cargo ships, holding crews hostage and demanding ransoms. The threat is ever present, casting a long shadow over this vital waterway. Our next destination takes us to the heart of Istanbul, Turkey, where the Bosphorus Strait carves its way through this ancient city. Connecting the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara, and ultimately to the Mediterranean, the Bosphorus acts as a maritime bridge between Europe and Asia. Just a mere 700 meters wide at its narrowest point, the Bosphorus Strait witnesses an astonishing volume of maritime traffic. Giant tankers, laden with oil and gas from the Black Sea region, carefully navigate the strait's sharp bends and strong currents. Adding to the complexity are the countless ferries, cargo ships, and fishing vessels that ply these waters daily. The sheer density of vessels combined with the challenging navigational conditions makes the Bosphorus one of the most congested and potentially dangerous waterways on Earth. Our journey now takes us to the Persian Gulf, a region that has long been a focal point of global interest and tension. This body of water, nestled between the Arabian Peninsula and Iran, is not just a geographical feature but a critical artery for the world's energy supply. Home to the Strait of Hormuz, this narrow passage of water is one of the most strategically important waterways on the planet. The strait is a mere 21 miles wide at its narrowest point, yet it serves as a vital conduit for the global oil trade. A narrow passage of water that has become synonymous with geopolitical tension, the Strait of Hormuz is a place where the interests of many powerful nations converge. The turbulent waters here are not just a natural phenomenon, but a metaphor for the political and military turbulence that often characterizes this region. This strategically vital waterway, connecting the oil-rich Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea, is a lifeline for the global economy. Every day, millions of barrels of oil are transported through this narrow channel, making it an indispensable route for energy supplies. It is a global energy choke point, where the flow of oil can be disrupted by political instability, military conflict, or even natural disasters. The stakes are incredibly high, and the world watches closely as events unfold in this critical region. A staggering 20% of the world's oil supply passes through this narrow strait, highlighting its immense importance. Any disruption here can have far-reaching consequences, affecting global oil prices and economic stability. Making it a focal point for international competition and conflict, the Strait of Hormuz is often patrolled by naval forces from various countries. These forces are tasked with ensuring the safe passage of ships, but their presence also underscores the potential for confrontation. The strait is flanked by Iran to the north and Oman and the United Arab Emirates to the south, creating a volatile mix of competing territorial claims and political ideologies. The proximity of these nations adds another layer of complexity to an already tense situation. Creating a volatile mix of competing territorial claims and political ideologies, the Strait of Hormuz is a microcosm of broader regional and global tensions. The waters here are a stage where the ambitions and anxieties of nations play out in real time. The presence of heavily armed naval vessels, conducting patrols and monitoring the flow of traffic, underscores the strategic importance of this waterway. These patrols are not just about safeguarding the passage of oil tankers, but also about asserting dominance and influence in the region. underscores the strategic importance of this waterway. The military presence here is a constant reminder of the high stakes involved, and the potential for conflict is ever present. The Strait of Hormuz remains a powder keg, a place where even the smallest spark could ignite a major international incident. The tension here is palpable and the world holds its breath, hoping for stability but always bracing for the possibility of conflict, where even the smallest spark could ignite a major international incident. The geopolitical landscape here is as volatile as the waters themselves, making the Strait of Hormuz one of the most watched and most critical regions in the world today. Our exploration of the world's most dangerous straits takes us to the southern tip of the Arabian Peninsula, a region steeped in history and strategic importance. This area has been a crossroads of civilizations, trade, and conflict for millennia. The Arabian Peninsula, with its vast deserts and rugged coastlines, has always been a land of mystery and allure. From the ancient incense routes to the modern oil trade, this region has played a pivotal role in global commerce and geopolitics. At the heart of this region lies the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a narrow but crucial waterway that stands guard at the entrance to the Red Sea. This strait is not just a geographical feature, it is a lifeline for international maritime trade. The Bab el-Mandeb, which translates to Gate of Tears in Arabic, has witnessed countless ships passing through its waters, each carrying goods that fuel economies around the world. This narrow passage, whose name evokes the perilous journeys of ancient mariners, connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden and the Arabian Sea beyond. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait is a vital artery in the global shipping network, linking the Mediterranean Sea via the Suez Canal to the Indian Ocean. Every day, massive cargo ships navigate this treacherous route, carrying everything from oil and gas to consumer goods and raw materials. While not as well known as some of the other straits on our list, such as the Strait of Hormuz or the Strait of Malacca, the Bab el-Mandeb is no less significant. Its strategic location makes it a critical choke point in the global supply chain. The strait's importance cannot be overstated, as it serves as a gateway for goods traveling between Asia, Europe, and the Americas. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait is a bustling maritime corridor, with thousands of ships passing through its waters each year. These vessels transport a staggering volume of goods, making the strait one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. The economic lifeblood of many nations depends on the safe and efficient passage of these ships through the Bab el-Mandeb. But this strategic waterway is also plagued by piracy, a menace that has haunted the region for decades. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait's narrow confines and heavy traffic make it an attractive target for pirate gangs. These criminals, often operating from bases in Somalia, use small fast boats to approach and board vulnerable vessels, seeking to hijack them for ransom. Somali-based pirate gangs have become notorious for their daring and often violent attacks on ships transiting the strait. These pirates are well organized and heavily armed, posing a significant threat to maritime security. Their activities have disrupted shipping routes, increased insurance costs, and prompted a robust international response. Targeting vulnerable vessels transiting the strait, these pirates have forced shipping companies to adopt stringent security measures. Ships now travel in convoys, escorted by armed guards, and employ advanced surveillance technology to detect and deter pirate attacks. Despite these efforts, the threat of piracy remains a constant concern for those navigating the Bab el-Mandeb. The presence of international naval forces has helped to curb the threat, with warships from various nations patrolling the waters and responding to pirate incidents. These naval forces conduct regular patrols, escort missions, and anti-piracy operations, providing a measure of security for commercial vessels. Their efforts have been instrumental in reducing the number of successful pirate attacks in the region, but the risk remains, a constant reminder of the challenges facing this vital maritime route. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait, with its strategic importance and inherent dangers, continues to be a focal point of international attention. As global trade grows and the demand for secure shipping routes increases, the world will continue to watch this gateway to the Red Sea with keen interest. Our final destination takes us far from the world of pirates and geopolitical tensions to the southern tip of South America, a land of rugged beauty and untamed wilderness. Here lies the Drake Passage, a maritime corridor that presents a different kind of challenge, one that tests the mettle of even the most experienced sailors. This notoriously rough stretch of water, separating South America from Antarctica, is infamous for its unpredictable weather and treacherous seas. It is not for the faint of heart. The waves here can reach towering heights and the winds can howl with a ferocity that is unmatched. Here, the convergence of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Southern Oceans creates a maelstrom of powerful currents, towering waves, and gale-force winds. This unique meeting of waters results in some of the most turbulent seas on the planet. The Drake Passage is a place of raw, untamed beauty, where the forces of nature are on full display. The skies are often dramatic, filled with dark, brooding clouds that mirror the tumultuous waters below. The full force of nature is on display here, with waves that can dwarf even the largest ships and winds that can strip the paint from their hulls. Ships brave enough to attempt a crossing are often tossed about like toys, battered by relentless storms and towering waves. The passage is a true test of a vessel's seaworthiness and a crew's endurance. Even the most seasoned sailors approach the Drake Passage with a healthy dose of respect, knowing that it is a place where the ocean's power is unmatched. They prepare meticulously, checking and rechecking their equipment, knowing that any mistake could be costly. For it is here, in this vast, untamed expanse of ocean, that the true power of the sea is revealed. The Drake Passage is not just a route between continents, it is a reminder of the ocean's supremacy, a place where humanity's smallness is starkly apparent against the backdrop of nature's grandeur. From the pirate-infested waters of the Strait of Malacca to the geopolitical cauldron of the Strait of Hormuz and the untamed fury of the Drake Passage, we have journeyed to some of the most dangerous and strategically important sea straits on Earth. These narrow passages, often overlooked in our daily lives, play a vital role in global trade, naval power, and the interconnectedness of our world. But they also serve as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and the awesome power of the natural world.